This killing was, quote, the worst of its kind. Those are the words of Acting Judge Stuart Wilson as he handed down Ntuthuko Shoba a life sentence for orchestrating the premeditated murder of his girlfriend, Tshegofatso Pule. She was 8 months pregnant when she was shot and hung from a tree on Johannesburg's West Rand. Newzroom Afrika's Mnisi has been tracking this story.
But how are you feeling this the last day? You're fine.
Smiles of a murder mastermind went cold when the axe fell.
You will spend the rest of your natural life in prison unless the parole authorities consider you fit for release in the fullness of time. Accordingly, on count 1 of the indictment, I sentence you to life imprisonment.
Ntuthuko Shoba's lawyers had pleaded for mercy from the court, claiming his sins were equal to those of killer Mnisi, who he contracted to murder Tshegofatso Pule.
It has gone unchallenged throughout these proceedings that Mr. Malapane had no other connection with Miss Pule other than through Mr. Shoba, and no detectable motive to kill Miss Pule other than to carry out his contract with Mr. Shoba. It is clear, therefore, that this offence is one of the worst kind.
Judge Wilson said amongst other aggravating circumstances was the exploitation of Pule's emotional, physical and financial dependence on Shoba and the killing of a pregnant woman. Shoba's argument for parity of sentence fell flat.
I am also persuaded that Mr. Shoba's role as the prime mover in the planning and commissioning of the offence distinguishes his situation from that of Mr. Malapane. But for Mr. Shoba, Miss Pule would not have been killed. But if Mr. Malapane had not accepted the contract on Miss Pule's life, the facts of this case strongly suggest that Mr. Shoba would have carried on looking for a way to kill Miss Pule with or without Mr. Malapane's help. The court will adjourn.
The end of a 2-year journey, welcomed with tears and jubilation.
It's heartbreaking. It's so unfortunate that the legal system doesn't recognize the fetus. As long as the fetus doesn't live outside its mother, but they don't recognize. But it's a tough moment because just this morning we were talking that she could have turned to baby Kamala. And it's tough, guys. I don't want to lie to you. It's tough.
Celebrations continued outside court, where political parties and community organizations had gathered. While Ntuthuko Shoba's lawyers have not indicated whether or not he will appeal the sentence, the family say they know that he will be unsuccessful anyway. All they're grateful for now is that the prime mover and mastermind of their child's murder has finally gone down. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Mnisi at the Johannesburg High Court.